All right, drone video of one of the larger tracks we've had in a while. We're about 100 feet up. The road that you see in the middle of the screen toward the right, that's a private driveway on the property, which goes up that hill. And I don't recall which way we go in this drone video, so I guess we'll just kind of wing it here. Looks like maybe we're going to follow that private driveway up. It's a fairly good driveway, but it is steep in spots, so it's nothing that you would want to drive in a car. Definitely either a truck or an SUV, or depending on what you want to do, maybe a four-wheeler or a side-by-side. But it leads up to this ridge top, and then it goes northerly up to the ridge top, and then the ridge runs east and west, and the road actually goes to the west. We walked it a little bit, but we ran into some tops and stuff over the road, so we didn't go that far in the ground video. I don't even know if we went up the road in the ground video, but we did walk up it. So now we're looking west. That's the property straight ahead. If you look to the left, down to the bottom of that valley, there is a creek bed, and that's the south line on the property. So now we're looking south. Truck is parked at the south side, right by the start of the private driveway. So clearly this was recently logged, and it is the very first winter since the property's been logged. So it literally is going to look its worst right now in this video. In the springtime, when the leaves come out, it'll start to look better. And within 2 or 3 years, you can see the limbs and the tops that were left after the logging. Once those rot away, and these trees kind of really start to grow back, it's going to look awesome. I mean, the remaining trees will grow like gangbusters because they're already situated. They've already got their root systems in place, but now all of a sudden they have no competition from the other large trees that were stealing all the sunlight and all the nutrients. So the remaining trees are going to grow extremely quickly. So now we're headed westerly. So you can't really toward the middle bottom, you can see the creek bed. That creek bed is the southern border of the property. So that road you see on the left, that is on a different property to the south of this one. The very bottom of that valley where the creek bed is, that is the line. But all that timber is on the property. All that thick timber you see on the right side of the screen, that is just on the property. So actually there is a really good patch of hardwood here. For whatever reason, it was left intact. So if you wanted to have a spot where you built in the big timber, which some people do like to do, then you've got that option in this area on the property. I think the coolest building site would be toward the northwest side on that ridge up there, but that would necessitate kind of cleaning up that long private driveway that gets there. But it's super cool. It's level. I don't recall if we go up there in the drone video. I hope we do. We'll see though. So we're just about over the little creek bed looking north, so you can see that timber that's remaining on the property. I think we were toward the right side. You could see the gravel in the creek bed, but we did walk that area, and it is a gravel creek bed. It's really cool. It's a wet weather creek, so you might find little pockets of water in it, but generally it's going to be after it rains that it's going to have water in it. But it gives you an awesome source of free gravel if you need it for a building site or for landscaping or whatnot. So that's pretty cool. So that's one area with quite a bit of timber left. That's going to be gorgeous this first springtime even. We love to do these videos in the winter because, man, you can see everything. You literally do get to see the property at its worst, which for marketing isn't that great. Honestly, it's not that great for us, but it's great for our customers because you get to really see how the land lays. And then every year, as the property looks better and better, it's going to be a positive thing for you, so that's great. So where the big timber starts, up at the corner, that's going to be probably the neighbor's property because the loggers would have gone right up to the property line. So we're at about the northwest corner, and here we are going to spin around, and I'm glad about that because I really wanted to get a view from this ridge top on the property. And this is what I think would just be an awesome private site, maybe for a year-round home, but definitely for a cabin or something seasonal, or for a campsite. I mean, just super private. You've got all that flat, usable land up there, and then it slopes down to the creek bed, which is fantastic. Toward the upper right of center on the screen, you can see the truck, which, like I said, is parked at the south side of the property. So this is a fairly good overview. And like I said, every year this is going to look better and better. And after 5, 6, 7 years, I mean, it's going to look fantastic, and it's going to be, a gorgeous property. I don't mind it. in the winter like that, because I've been doing this for so long. I know what it looks like in the winter. I know what it's going to look like in the spring, the first spring, second spring, etc. But I do appreciate the fact that a lot of people probably don't find it too aesthetically pleasing the very first winter after it was logged. But solid land in a really good location. Awesome hunting out here in Douglas County, deer and turkey. I mean, people come from several states away to hunt this area. We're also near the Mark Twain National Forest. We're very, very close to Bryant Creek. We're close to Ava, Missouri, which is a good regional town. And we're really only about an hour, a little over an hour out of Springfield, Missouri, which, you know, literally has everything you need. So yeah, solid property in a great area. Good chance to get something probably less expensively than you thought, because of the recent logging, but it wasn't a clear cut. So I mean, you can still, not only is there medium timber left, but there's a couple patches that you saw that had really good timber. So yeah, check us out at InstantAcres.com. Holy cow, the video's been over for like a minute. But anyway, if the property's available, it will be on our website. If it's not, then you can browse our other great properties and hopefully find something that you really love.